I copped the condo. I was moving too fast. Welcome in. Welcome in. Friends, family, supporters, lovers, haters, followers. Everybody. Everybody is welcome. Thanks for tapping in to the Sober and Unbothered Podcast, Ep.4. I am glad you're here. I am glad I'm here. Because honestly, this is a good time to be alive. This is a journey that I love being on. This is a journey that I love see come to fruition. And if you made it here, and if you're still watching, you're still listening, you're still tapping in, you're still rocking with me, hey. It's a great place to be. It's a great place to be. Because honestly, I did not see myself being here, man. I did not see myself recording a podcast. I did not see myself speaking out about my sobriety, about my journey, about my alcoholic abuse problems. I did not see myself being here at all. You know, if you would have asked me 3 years ago, hey, man, hop in front of a camera and start speaking your truth. I'd be like, bro, you're smoking crack, bro. I'm not doing that. But hey, man, life is funny, bro, because I did not think I was gonna be here. And honestly, man, I'm gonna tell y'all a story, bro, because the whole reason why I even started like talking on camera and speaking about my sobriety and speaking about my journey and speaking about like my drinking problem and like the whole reason behind like I started doing that, and I said it before on other podcasts, is because I went on a date with this girl, bro. And to be fair, yo, this girl was bad. And you know, typically when you date people, when you date and you go out and you're trying to get to know people, you gotta open up. You gotta tell them about yourself. Speak about your story, your lore. I think that's what everybody's saying these days. And Shorty asked me, she was like, "Oh, like, so why don't you drink?" And before then, bro, when people asked me that question, I always told them like, "Man, I don't drink because I want to be a better person. I don't drink because I like who I am sober. It's a mental thing. Health reasons why I don't want to drink. Health reasons, yeah, yeah." And people would hear that and they'd be like, "Oh, okay, yeah, cool, yeah, good for you, good for you. Oh, yeah." And I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, thanks, bro, thanks, yeah." But I don't know. For some reason, with this shorty, bro, I wanted to be like just truthful and just let it all out. And so I just let it all spill. I let it all spill, bro. I told her damn near everything. I told her some things I ain't even tell my family. You know, some things I ain't even tell my friends, bro. And I just let it all go. And that night, like things got real deep, and she was rocking with me more than I anticipated, than I expected. And at that time, I did start Unhinged Sanity, and I did start the brand page, and I didn't start speaking about my sobriety and like my abuse problems and stuff like that. Um, but at the time, she was like, "Oh, like with your whole brand, like you should start speaking about your stuff more. You should start telling your story." And I remember when she was telling me this, I was like, "Man," I said, "Bro, I'm not gonna get in front of a camera, tell people that I used to have a drinking problem, tell people about hop in front of a camera and tell the world, yo, I used to drink every single day. I almost died. I had liver damage. I had jaundice. I was not doing that because I didn't want." One of the biggest fears in my head at that time was like, bro, I'm not hopping in front of a camera, putting it out there, and then look stupid when everybody's like, bro, look at this guy, bro. This dude has an issue, bro. Like, and have nobody relate to it. And that's what I was like, bro, I'm not putting it out there just for people to be like, this guy is an idiot. But I was like, man, I was like, all right, fuck it, bro. Fuck it. All right, let's do it. So unexpectedly, I was working out one day at the local track by me, and I ran into a mutual friend at the time. He knew my little brother, and yeah, we just started talking. And then I was recording because I was still recording content at that time, and I was recording, and a conversation just sparked, and yeah, I just same thing. I let it all spill out. He was asking me, "Oh, how don't you drink?" Oh, and then I just let it all spill out, and then it actually turned into some really good content. You can find it. You can actually find the video on my page, Unhinged Sanity _. It's the pinned video up the top. Tap in, like, and follow. But yeah, we actually got some really good content or I actually got some really good content from that day and from that video, and I posted it, and a lot more people resonated with that and related to that a lot more than I thought. And at that point, bro, that's when I was like, damn, I'm not alone in this, bro. People are dealing with this too, bro. And I know people have addiction issues. I know people deal with alcoholism. I know people deal with being on the fence of sobriety, and I get that, bro. But people don't talk about it, bro. People don't talk about it. People run away from the talks of sobriety, the talks of abuse problems, the talks of that people don't want to talk about. People don't want to talk about their alcoholism, their alcohol abuse, their substance abuse problems, being on the fence with sobriety. Nobody wants to talk about that. Nobody wants to talk about it. And I get it, bro. When I was first wanting to get sober, bro, I didn't want to talk about it. I just told y'all that. I did not want to talk about it. But I think that's a pivotal and an important step in sobriety, is being able to open up and actually just say it, bro. Because the stuff that when you say it, bro, you're just letting it all go. And it feels good. It's scary as fuck, but it feels good, bro. It feels good. And I'm glad I did, man. And I'm not gonna lie, bro. I met some cool ass people, man, through Unhinged Sanity, through doing the podcast, through doing content on Instagram. I met some cool ass people, man. And I wouldn't change anything about it, man. And honestly, bro, like I just like being able to connect with people. I like being able to just open up and tell my truth and just relate to other people, because like if there's one thing that's a misconception about being on a sobriety journey, bro, is that some people always feel like they're alone. You know, the most constant feeling that you're feeling, the most thing that you're always thinking about is what someone else is feeling too, you know? And it's not until you actually speak up and say something about it to when people are like, damn, bro, I feel you, bro. I was doing the same thing. I was feeling the same way. I was thinking that exact same thing. And I think that's why I love this space I created, this community I created, bro, because like I said before, bro, unhinged sanity is that gray area where people don't know what to do, don't know when to speak up, don't know if they can speak up, bro. And I want to be that space, bro, because I was in that space and I took that space and turned it into something, bro. So if you're here tapping in, man, welcome. This is the Sober and Unbothered Podcast, man. Ep.4. I'm glad you're here. Welcome in, man. Hey, there's no judgment here, family. There's no judgment here, man, because you're welcome, you're loved, bro. You're not judged, and I embrace you with open arms. If I could hug you, I would. If I could hug you, I could, bro. And it's okay, man. I'm glad you're here. If you're listening on Apple and Spotify, man, make sure you give me a rating. Five stars, preferably. But if you're feeling 1 star, bro, just say it with your chest, bro. I can take constructive criticism. It's all right, bro. It's cool, man. It's cool, man. But if you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the boy. You know what I'm saying? But for this video, man, I want to talk about signs that you're using alcohol as a crutch, bro, because clearly I was. And a lot more other people do too, man. And it's always signs that you want to ignore. It's always signs that you don't want to face. It's always signs that you don't want to deal with, bro. And it's just like I was saying, bro, sobriety is scary, bro. Being on the fence with sobriety is scary, bro. But one of the first signs is when you drink to not feel lonely, bro. Even when you're surrounded by friends, family, even when you're in a happy and loving and very vibrant environment. When you got people around you that's laughing and smiling, even sometimes when you're in a room sober, bro, you still feel lonely. Even when you're surrounded by a group of people, you still feel lonely. And to get out of that feeling of loneliness, you know, you drink. And some people can still feel this way when they're sober too, man. When you're just in the room and you just feel lonely. And sometimes I even feel that, bro. Like even when I go out now, bro, it's like when I'm surrounded just by like people that's just like drunk people, bro, and I'm just like, when I'm with my homies, that's different. But when I'm just out, bro, and it's like, all right, okay. One thing I hate, bro, I hate crowds. I'm just saying that, bro. I hate crowds, bro. I hate crowds, bro. I hate traffic. I hate crowds. And I hate not being able to move, bro. I just like, bro, if there's one thing that I want to achieve in life and one thing that I want to do, bro, I want to be able to just get a cabin in like Maine or something, on a pond or a lake. I'll get a dog, have bonfires every night, bro, have a home gym. I'm chilling, bro. I just want to be out the way. And that's a dream of mine. And that's one thing that I'm achieving to do because I just love being able to be free and not be in space and not be in a crowd, bro. That's just one thing that I want to achieve, bro. But back to what I was saying. If you're drinking to get out of the feeling of being lonely, bro, you're using that as a crutch because you're using that as medicine, bro. As a support being. Using alcohol to get you out of that uncomfortable feeling, out of that uncomfortable space. And you need to be able to see that and recognize that you're doing that. And you need to address that. Because I'll tell you right now, bro, you ain't the only one feeling that way, bro. You ain't the only one. Being lonely is a scary and it's a sad feeling, bro. Everybody's lonely. Everybody gets to a point in life where they feel lonely, bro. I had somebody comment on one of my videos, and he was like, bro, like one of the main reasons I was drinking is because I have no friends, bro. I have no friends, man. I can't. I have no one to hang out with. I have no one to talk to. And I'm like, bro, your people are out there, bro. You don't have to run away and just drink and use medicine as a crutch, as a support beam, bro. You got to be able to get out of the comfort zone, bro. You gotta be able to expand, bro. You gotta be able to get out there and actually, see life for what it is. Meet new people, see and feel new experiences, bro. Because that's what life's about, man. When you're blind about alcohol and you can't see anything, when you're blind about alcohol, bro, you're missing opportunities, bro. You're missing opportunities to grow. You're missing opportunities to meet new people that can help you, that you can help. You're missing those opportunities, bro. You're letting days go by. You're letting your life go by, bro. So once you actually put down the bottle, once you actually put down the bottle, bro, wipe your eyes and get out there and experience life, meet new people, bro. Life opens up. Life opens up, man. And that brings me to the second point, man. You drink to escape your thoughts and your feelings and your emotions, bro. You need to be able to feel that, bro. And that's one of the things that I was dealing with. I would drink in any inconvenience. Sometimes honestly, it got to the point where I just drank, bro, just because I knew the day was gonna be bullshit. Or no, I just drank, bro, just because, bro, my life became bullshit. I was drinking because my life became bullshit, bro. I woke up in the morning, bro, and I was like, dude, this is my life. Yeah. I woke up and I was like, bro, it's my life, bro. I'm gonna just get drunk. Fuck it. Shit, ain't nothing else I'm gonna do. I gotta work later, but fuck it, bro. I'm finna be in that bitch drunk. And that was my life, bro. And when I was at work, bro, I was lit, man. I mean, I was talking to people I never talked to, bro. I was the social butterfly, bro. The life of the party, the life of work. And I'd be in there lit, bro. And I wasn't thinking about the things I didn't want to think about, bro. I was living my life. I was feeling free. I was feeling good. But that's the bad thing, bro. You gotta be able to feel those things and be in that uncomfortable space, man. And that's the whole point I'm trying to get across in this video, bro. Being sober and dealing with those uncomfortable feelings, bro, and being in that uncomfortable space, bro. That's the place where you gotta be. I'm sorry I'm saying bro a lot, bro. It's like I don't know why. It's in my vocabulary, bro. But there I go again. But no, that's what I'm saying, man. You gotta be able to feel those feelings, man. Be and sit in the uncomfortable spot, in the uncomfortable space, man. It's a scary place to be, but you gotta do it. It makes you stronger, bro. I'm telling you, it makes you stronger. Another thing, use alcohol to numb yourself from things that you've been facing. So, like I was saying, bro, I would wake up and just drink because that was my life. I was numbing, I was numbing my situation in life, bro. There's things in my life right now that I do want to change, and I do want to elevate from, and I do want to, build up. But that's just the way of life, man. That's just how it's gonna. That's how it's gonna go. And if you're drinking to avoid that constant thought of I need to change, I need to grow, I need to do this, I need to do that, and you're drinking to avoid that, you're holding yourself back. When you're not thinking, bro, you're not growing. When you're not thinking of trying to heal, bro, you're not growing. When you stop your growth, bro, you're not going anywhere. You're staying complacent. You're stuck. You need to be able to grow. You need to be able to change. You need to be able to move forward, bro. Alcohol stops you from growing. It stops you from healing. It stops you from feeling. It stops everything, bro. And I know my dad always told me, man, drinking and all these things, man, it starts off as fun. And that's because it is, bro. When you first get drunk, bro, you're lit, bro. You're having fun. You're lit. It's lit, bro. Until it's not. Drinking is fun until it's not, bro. Until you're like me, man. Waking up in a hotel room, don't know what happened the night before, bro. Your eyes are yellow. You got jaundice. You got your doctor calling you saying you're damaged in your liver. You don't think you're gonna live again. You don't think you're gonna be able to feel life and be happy. You don't know if you're gonna be able to be yourself again, bro. And that's something you got to deal with, bro. When you don't know, that unknown is scary, bro, because you don't know what's gonna happen. You don't know what's gonna happen, bro, good or bad. And I'll tell you what, bro, both is gonna happen. There's gonna be days when you're gonna be feeling like you on rock bottom. There's days where you feel like you're never gonna be able to get out, but you're gonna get out, bro. There's days where you feel on top of the world, bro. People let bad days affect them way too much, but don't let good days affect them at all. Bad days, you can't hold on to it and be like, fuck, I had a bad day, I had a bad week. And then you carry, sometimes people carry that feeling out for too long. Don't carry out that feeling for too long. There's times where you can be sad, and it's okay to be sad, and it's okay to be down bad, and it's okay to be mad and upset. But sometimes, bro, sometimes people hold on to that feeling for too long, bro, and it turns that person into a personality. They have a negative outlook on life. They're never able to be happy. They're never able to be able to feel good feelings or feel a good day because they're still holding on to that bad day, that bad week, that bad feeling. You gotta be able to let that shit go, bro. Let that shit go. Only give yourself a day to be sad or something. Because, and I know there's unfortunate circumstances that happen, man. That's okay. You know, it's called life, bro. But you'll get out of it, bro. The fourth sign, you're more comfortable being someone else than being yourself. I think a lot of these points that I'm addressing all comes down to the same thing, bro. When you're abusing alcohol, when you're binge drinking, when you're drinking way too much, bro, you're running away from something that you don't want to deal with. Some people don't like the person they are, so they drink to become someone they're not. And everybody loves that version. And you think nobody else loves the version that you don't love. People love that version that you don't love, but you don't see it because you're drinking, bro. You're abusing the bottle. People love you when you're sober, bro. People love that version of you. People love the version of you that you hate. But you think nobody loves it because you don't want to see it. You don't want to open your eyes. You don't want to wipe the crust out your eyes. People love that version of you. People love you, bro. Why are you running away from that? Why are you ignoring that? People love you, bro. But you think the bottle loves you more. It doesn't. You think people at the bar love you more. People love the ugly versions of yourself because they're an ugly version of themselves as well. Misery loves company. I will say that to the day I die. Misery loves company. Stop being miserable. Get away from them people that only love you when you're down, but don't love you when you're up. Stop becoming that person that you don't want to be. Stop becoming that person that you think everybody loves. Stop being that person that feels like they're on top of the world. Be the person that can take the good, the bad, and the ugly, bro. Be able to sit in raw feelings, raw emotions, real thoughts. Be the person that doesn't need the bottle, bro. Because that bottle don't need you. You need you, dog. Keep becoming that person. Keep doing that. And the last thing I want to talk about, you can't remember the last time that you were genuinely happy. Think about that, bro. When was the last time that you were genuinely happy, bro? You know, I deal with this a lot, man, because I try to have a very positive outlook on life. I smile, I crack jokes, man. Sometimes I'm the funny friend, bro. And there's sometimes, bro, I'm the quietest one in the room. It makes me human, man. It makes me human to be able to just be quiet and sit silent. Have those days, man, where I alternate. Sometimes I'm the funniest dog. Sometimes I'm the funniest guy in the room. Sometimes I'm the saddest guy in the room. Sometimes I'm cracking jokes and pushing people to be their best selves, man. And sometimes I don't say shit. Sometimes I just sit there and just be quiet. But when was the last time that you were genuinely happy, bro? Being able to wake up and be able to thank God for the day you're breathing. It's a blessing, man. It took me a while to see that. It took me a while to see that, bro. There's more blessings in life. There's more to life to be thankful for than you think, bro. Everything is a blessing. The fact that you're watching this right now, the fact that you made it this far, the fact that you being able to interact with this video and watch this video is a blessing, bro. The fact that you're able to cut it off whenever you want and just tell me to shut up, it's a blessing, bro. The fact that you can drink water right now, it's a blessing, bro. The fact that you got Wi-Fi is a blessing, bro. You're breathing, bro. It's a blessing, bro. Be happy for the little things because those things can be gone like that, bro. When I was in Africa, man, I seen kids on the street, bro, playing with a carton of milk with the caps as the wheels. And they were having the time of their life. They were having the time of their life, bro. Because happiness isn't external, man. It's what's in here, bro. It's what's in there. So once you wake that up and actually be thankful for the fact that you're actually alive, you're breathing, you can do what you want to do, you're in control of yourself, that's where the happiness comes from, bro. So if you got to think about, the last time that I was genuinely happy was when I was in middle school, when I was playing sports, which is valid. But sometimes you got to get out of that. There's more happiness to be felt. It's in here, bro. Get out of that. Get out of the past and thinking that the last time you were actually happy is because of something else. The fact that you should be happy right now is because what's in here, bro. You're in control of yourself. You should be happy, bro. You can be happy. You don't got to be sad. You don't got to be miserable, bro. You don't need the bottle to be happy. You need you to be happy, bro. Take care of yourself. Take care of your heart. Because at the end of the day, that's all you got. I'm T from Unhinged Sanity. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to the Sober and Unbothered Podcast. I'll see y'all next week. Later.